Okay, it looks like we are live. Let me know in the comments if I am live. Hopefully I am. I definitely want to know that I am streaming to people. It looks like there's 3 people on right now. That's fantastic. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to jump into some reactions just so you guys kind of know how the whole thing is going to go. If you see here, Beckett's going to put his scoring information for every entry. Kevin will put all of his. Nate will put all of his, and then we'll average out into a average score, and then the top 12 scores will go on into the finals, or not to the finals, sorry, to the round ones. I'm playing lo-fi music right now. Let me know if you guys can hear it or not. I'm not sure about that, so if you can hear it, let me know. My reactions and all this stuff is going to be my own. It doesn't affect the judging process. It's solely reliant on those 3 judges because I feel they're more qualified, and I don't want any favoritism or anything like that from the reviewing aspect of everything. So I think we're just going to jump into things. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know throughout. I can see the comments over here, so a little bit of a delay, but it's great to have you guys here. So let me just go in the comments real quick. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. And we'll crack on. I'm not exactly sure how this was organized because it wasn't organized by date or by like username. It's just how Instagram had shown it. So it's all going to be here, and then the reels will be at the end here. So let's crack on with Mark Ryan. Let's see what he's got. So this is one that I have seen, and it really pumped me up. I think this was the first entry or one of the first entries. But he's got some really interesting arm movements going on here. Using his hand and the palm with that. Very killer. Once again, let me know if you guys can hear the lo-fi music or if it's just my annoying voice. I'm curious about that. So that was a pretty good entry. Personally, I would probably rank that around 8 out of 10. Mark Ryan, just in general, I think he did a really good job, and I'm super happy to see this. So good use of palm and interesting mechanics. We'll send that out. So good job, Mark Ryan. Next up, we have C16 Joseph trick. I think this is one I've seen already too. So he's got a really good move here. You're going to see this deck card pop into the other one like that with a color change. That's really awesome use of video editing that isn't cutting the video. Definitely could be a lot smoother. It feels a little bit mechanical, like there's a lot of extra movements with his fingers instead of just like one individual movement for some of these motions. So it feels really quite choppy. There's definitely some interesting moves and some good use of video effects. What I would work on is like cleaning up your performance. I really like that color change on that move though. That was really nice. So good use of video effects. Tried to smooth out some of those moves if possible. Good job. All right, next we have No Hayden. Nice use of a cameraman here, so that's definitely going to be useful further on in the challenge, is having a cameraman to help you out instead of just using a tripod. We got a spin doctor here, classic move. Some slow-mo effects. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Nice use of video effects and cameraman. Nice job. All right. We have Bao. I'm not even sure that I want to try to pronounce this. Bao Minhiguintran. And I'm going to have to rewatch this because I've already missed everything. So let's wait until it restarts to actually get the full experience because I was just trying to figure out the username. Oh, it's a nice little display at the end. So a couple things. Obviously, you want to get good promotion and lots of views, and TikTok is good for that, but it doesn't look great on videos to have just a word mark on your video. So I understand that TikTok does that, but if you can, I would avoid getting that watermark, and you can still post to TikTok. Once again, a little bit choppy in the moves. There's definitely good variety. Like you have some aerials and some displays. So good variety. I would work on maybe trying to get rid of that trademark and cleaning up the moves a little bit, but overall, it's a pretty good job. Good variety of moves. We'll just keep positive. Good variety of moves. There we go. Next, we have Trustrun Fawn. Just so you guys know, too, there is 54 entries. So bear with me as I get through these. These are probably going to take a while if you're looking for yours. So instantly, you got a poop deck here with a lot of curvage here, but you're performing it very well. Some interesting combos. Definitely some smooth, good combos here. And that closer could have been a little cleaner. Just in general, I'm not a huge fan of crotch shots. So when the camera is pointed right at your crotch, I know when you have limited tripod usage or a cameraman, it can sometimes be hard. But to get really good videos, you might want to avoid that crotch shot. That's so common, just because it's a different angle, so it's a little bit nicer to look at. But the performance was good. We have another spin doctor there. Performance is good. And once again, another thing to think about when doing a performance video is how the decks look. So obviously you want a cool looking deck that's unique, but it's also really nice when you have like a clean looking deck. So just like an all white deck can sometimes look much better than like a poop deck like this. And so it might be easier to perform on a poop deck, but Leo has said this in the past too when I've talked with him. He's like, I always want to be able to do my moves straight out of the box because one, it looks the best with a crisp deck, and it's harder, so you actually get your moves down. So those are a couple recommendations I have. But nice, smooth moves. If possible, maybe avoid the crotch shot. Good job. All right, next we have Macintosh 2000. I think you're in the chat right now, so I'll do a little bit more detail on this if you want. Let me know if you have any questions. Macintosh. I've missed the opening, so I'm gonna. Ooh, there's a color change there. I'm gonna have to look at this from the start. Oh, yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Okay, so we start off with a nice little triangle move here. This color change, really unexpected and nice, especially an uncut challenge. To have something like unexpected and surprising is always a really good, memorable experience. And then I've seen this one before too. This move right here, that's a really good move. A little bit spready at the end. They could have been used for some actual moves, but I know it's hard to do uncuts. So that was a really good entry. Probably my favorite so far, but we have a lot to go. That color change is real nice. And that ending move is really good too. So really good job, Macintosh. Let me know if you want any other advice or anything. The only advice I think I can give is, and this is once again, some of this is out of people's control, but maybe a better quality camera would make it a little bit better. A good use of using Uncut, the title at the beginning, just another way to kind of differentiate yourself. So do some comments. Love the last move and use of title at the start. Maybe see if you can use a better camera if you can. But overall, really good. Let me go ahead and go to the chat real quick. Hello, Sam and expansecardistry. Thank you guys for showing up. Happy to have you guys here. It's live video. What exactly did you mean by that? I'm Macintosh. I'm curious what that meant. And expansecardistry, we'll try to get to yours soon, hopefully. So let's crack on. Your average card guy coming up. So we got some nice Fontaines here. I totally missed the start. I'm gonna have to rewatch this again. But we got some nice smooth motions there. Little zoom in effect there. That's nice. Yeah, good use of video effects. Definitely helps it out a little bit. Let me know if you guys can hear me good as well. If I need to up the volume or down the volume, I can do that pretty easily. Yeah. So overall, you got some really good moves. Your average card guy here, you got some nice 4-packet cuts. A lot of things. The packets feel like they have purpose for the most part. Nothing is like blows me away, but everything's very good. Things could be a little bit smoother, but overall, it's a pretty good entry, and good use of video effects there, visual effects, or not visual effects, but the zooming in and zooming out. So no problem. I'm Macintosh. I think you did a really good job. I hope you get in. I hope everybody could get in, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. You must enhance. I was really stretching for something to pick at, Macintosh. So your average card guy, good use of zoom and nice variety of moves. Good job. Okay, SamKo. I tried. Sam, let's check it out. So you have some visual effects here. Sorry, I'm just watching here. It's a pretty good first move. Okay, Sam's here, so I'll try to go a little bit more in depth. And oh, you got some little Fontaine, Zach Mueller action there. You're pumped up. That's nice. So when it comes to like visual effects like this, some people really like it, some people don't. So it's going to kind of be personal preference. If you have a crappy camera, this type of filter, something like this might be a good option to kind of make it so you can't see that. So I don't know if you have a bad camera. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying if you have a bad camera, that might be a way to differentiate the video a little bit. Good use of moves here. Yeah, that first move's probably my favorite. It seems the smoothest. This one, yeah, there's nice theme there. Nothing like mind bending, but once again, everything's very good and performed well. Sam, I've seen some of your stuff in the past, and I definitely see a lot of improvement. So good job. I've seen some of it from like Jaspa's contests and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of improvement out of you from what I've seen over time. So good entry. Let me know if you want me to elaborate on anything. He said my camera's crap. So, good performance and use of filters. The Expanse Cardistry says he kind of likes the special effects, adds a bit of personality. But yeah, the graininess, that's something that sometimes that's the effect they're going for. It just depends. It's kind of hard to know. So next we have Graham here. Starting off with the dots and some fingernail polish, looking sharp. Definitely black and white filter again. So using filters can definitely add a little bit to your video if you want to be unique. I really like the nail polish because it kind of matches with the dot. Like there's points of focus and they're pretty similar because they're both black kind of splotches. So I don't know if he intentionally painted his, I doubt he intentionally painted his nails for this, but I think that's something that's pretty cool about this entry. You get dots and then you also get the nail polish, creating similar kind of looks in the hands and the cards. Everything's performed pretty smoothly. And I think the black and white filter adds a little bit of flair and uniqueness. And ooh, that was really nice. That popping out of that card. That's a good entry. Good job, Graham. I've never seen any of your stuff, and that was a really good first impression. Good first impression and use of filters and theme. I'm gonna go with, yeah, I like that one. Good job, Graham. Next up, we have Adam does paper. Adam, let's check it out. Got some Fontaines action going on. That's a good move there. The lighting is very good. I'm assuming he's near a window. So if you want good lighting and you don't have lighting fixtures or anything special like that, go next to a window. That can sometimes help with lighting and getting good lighting. And you have some visual effects here at the start and end. The blacking, changing from black and white to color, from color to black and white, signaturing the end and the start. It's pretty nice. The moves are nice and smooth. Some interesting grips here. I like this move. And yeah, Adam did a really good job on this one. That ending could have been a little smoother, but I think that was kind of on purpose almost. That's a really good entry. Adam did a good job. Real good job on that. Real good job. Adam. Nice opening and ending transition on the video. Your average card guy, guess I'm dead. You guys undersell yourselves. You guys, there's been some really good entries. I've been really impressed by the quality from a lot of people here. So next up, we have Pan Back 52. We got some zoom action. That's good. Once again, I know you can't, it's not necessarily in everybody's budget or whatever, but a better camera would definitely clean up the video a little bit. We got some smooth motions here. I like this for packet display type of deal going on. Inspired by Noel Heath, obviously. Some Noel Heath smooths. And nice little aerial. Couple things. One, I think you're filming at night. Once again, you can get better lighting if you're filming in the day. This light here is creating a lot of glare, so I would maybe have turned that on. I don't know if that's your main light source, but once again, film during the day, you're going to get, in general, usually better lighting, especially if you're in a room and you don't have professional lighting. The moves are performed smooth, though. I think you could have maybe got a little bit of a better camera angle. I know you're trying to get everything in display, but since it's in widescreen, you might have wanted to go square for this one because there's a lot of dead space on the edges. So thinking about what platform you're posting to is important too. Like Instagram here, I think this would have benefited if you made it a square. I critiqued a lot, but it's a good entry. Thank you for entering and putting in effort. I think it's definitely shows the smoothness of some of these display moves. So yeah, good, nice, smooth performance. And good use of zoom. Maybe try for better lighting by filming during the day. So good job, Pan Back Magic 52. We have Expanse Cardistry. I think you're in the chat, so let me know if you have any concerns or questions about my thoughts on any of this. And I'll try to be as in depth as I can. So good. So let me just let it circle back to the start so I can get a good impression. Okay, kind of an abrupt ending there. This first move is definitely really improved, really nice. It felt like at one point in there you could have done a hot shot. It was like right there, ready for it, but that's a very minor critique. Good use of a cameraman. They're clearly trying to do some interesting movements here, which is always a good thing to kind of get some variety. So if you get a cameraman, do like this, actually have them moving the camera around to create some unique sights. If you just have the cameraman and they're just set up and they're just same spot, I mean, what's the point of having the cameraman there? So good use with having that guy move around. This is, I'm saying a lot. You got some good moves here. And once again, I'm critiquing a lot. So I'm just trying to be as in depth as possible. When it comes to a performance video, you want to be yourself as visually appealing as possible, as well as the cards. So it doesn't feel like the cards match your apparel. Because you got, I think maybe you got yellow and stuff, but it doesn't quite match. And then this is really, once again, a really minor thing. I would toss on some tennis shoes and not sandals. That would look a little bit more professional. This first move is very nice, once again. And like I said, I'm being extra critiquey because I know you're here. Not trying to say this was a bad entry. I'm just trying to give you as much detail because I know you're watching. That move where you split with the thumbs, that's really nice. And then yeah, the abrupt ending, I would try to avoid that if you could. First move's definitely, I think, the best in my opinion. That kind of switching motion's good as well. There's definitely a good variety of moves. They're kind of in a similar style, and that one's well performed as well. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Overall, really good entry. Good use of moving the camera around. And nice variety. All right. Good job with the cameraman moving around. Nice variety of moves. Good job. Expanse. Yeah. So once again, sorry if it seemed like I was being really critiquey. I just know that you're watching, so I want to give as much advice as I could from my point of view. Actual P. Trend said go off, so it's gotta be a good vid. Everything's very smooth. There's a nice variety of moves here. As I say, everything's smooth. He does probably the roughest performance that he did. It wasn't terrible, but everything's nice and smooth. Nice. Ooh, yeah, that first cut's good. Closing both of those at the same time is nice. A lot of 4-packet stuff. So similar in theme, but there's a variety of it. The angle's pretty good. I think you could have zoomed it in a little bit more. Once again, when you're looking at cardistry, in my opinion at least, you want to see as much as you want the move filling as much of the space as possible. I think for the most part, if you're going to have a solid shot. So I think there's definitely some space on the side. So yeah, that's a really good entry. Actually P. Nice smooth moves. Good variety of similar 4-packet cuts. All right, next up we have Harrison Card. Expanse Cardistry. That's why I'm here. Hopefully give you guys some good juicy info on this thing to make your guys' video better. I know when I was first starting, I still don't make the best videos, but I've improved a ton, and I think I can see certain things. So hopefully you guys can find some value out of these criticisms and kind of takes. So Harrison Card starting off with a 4-packet cut, some zoom in and filter action there. That backdrop could have been a little smoother. I know it's one take, and it's hard to get a one take that's smooth, but that backdrop could have been a little cleaner. We got some ATM action and Lego love, some nice classic moves. Yeah, so good use of zooming and effects there. Got black and white at the end, and good usage of some popular moves that a lot of people like. That's always a good thing. I would just say clean up this backdrop. I don't know why it really bothers me, that backdrop. But everything can be smoothed up a tad bit, and that just comes with practice. and just years of experience to be crazy good like Oliver. So good use of color effects in Zoom. All right, so it looks like we're about 14 in. So this, and we're 30 minutes in. So this is going to be a long stream. It's going to be probably hour and a half to 2 hours. So I need to buckle up for this. Yeah. Buckle it in. Mosh pit meditation. What you got for me? Ooh, I love that color Fontaine. It's I don't know, or it's not Fontaine, it's Knox. It looks like, but the color combination here, you have orange and blue. I don't know if you intentionally did that, but it's complementary, and the orange sticks out and looks really nice. So complementary colors can be really nice when differentiating the deck from the person and just creating a nice looking video. Everything's pretty well lit, it seems like. It might be a little bright, but it does look like you have some actual lighting on you, which is nice. Everything's smooth. You got some classic moves here. Yeah, everything's really crispy right now for the start. Oh, into mantra. Yes, please. Thumb fan. So there's a nice variety of moves here too. That's something to highlight. You're doing fans, he's doing moves. He's adding some variety, a waterfall there, just as a little flourish in the spring. Those create some variety and makes it a little bit easier to watch instead of just watching like a bunch of packet moves over and over and over again. If you do that, you need to make sure those packet moves are just slammers, just real jammers, real good moves. If you're going to do all the same type of move in a row. So good job with complementary colors, really smooth and good variety. This was a really good entry. Jewel Plant says the Expanse is the best. So that's good to know. Good use of complementary colors. I don't know how to spell complementary. And very smooth performance. Good variety of styles of moves. So, good job, Mosh Pit Meditation. If anybody, people email me, or not emailing me, messaging me on Instagram, I'm not going to answer those because of the stream, but I'll try to answer them as soon as I'm done with the stream. So I know some people are messaging me right now. So we have free candy. Once again, we got some filter action. He looks very well dressed. So he has a watch, he has some shoes, a vest. He looks very nice and clean himself. So that's always a good positive for a video. You want to look your best when you're doing a video. So dress professionally, dress like you care, like you put some thought into your wardrobe, as well as matching it with the color or design of your deck. We got some smooth moves here. Like I said, nice use of black and white. Yeah, we got some real nice smooth stuff going on here. So another thing you did really good is using the cameraman, having him move around. That's always a good thing. Get other people involved, have fun with it, have fun with your friends or family. I like that slide move. That's nice. So really good entry. There was nothing that like absolutely blew me away. Ooh, but that move might be real nice. Yeah, that's a good move for sure. Really long. It's good for an uncut challenge. Really good entry. Yeah, there's not much I can critique or say that was negative about it. Yeah. Good entry. Not much I can criticize. Good use of filters and cameraman. Next we have Dingle Drog. Uh-oh. I don't know what I just did. I need my links back, please. That is scary. All right. Dingle Dong. So I do like that he's wearing all black. I don't know if that was planned out, but it makes the cards very easy to see and the hands very easy to see. He maybe could have gone with like a brighter color Fontaine or a brighter color deck to so you could see it even more. It would pop out even more from the black kind of background that he has, the black clothing he has. His moves, real smooth. Revolution cut. Ooh, yeah, that nice little turn there. That's nice. A lot of spinning. Some really nice 3-packet and 4-packet cuts. Yeah, nice variety of sizing cuts with some 3 and 4s. Definitely some interesting stuff in there. Smooth as butter. Maybe use a brighter deck to stick out from your black background / clothes. It's going to be real hard to judge these. I'm sorry, Beckett, Kevin, and Nate. This is going to be a rough one for you guys because I'm having trouble keeping my favorites in mind when there's so many good ones. You guys killed it. DJ DH Cube saying Dingle Dong is so good. That was a really good entry. I agree. He is very good. Next, we have Fangfan. I don't know if this is intentional, but the kind of dots here with the underscore makes it look like a little face, and I like that. So already in good books on my turn. All right, so we have some nice movages here. Movages is definitely a word. Kyle Tran said, wow. That is a good wow to get, my guy. That is a good wow to get for sure. I would love a wow from Kyle Tran. Everything's very smooth. There's a nice variety. There's a lot really good with this video. So the coloring is very good. The deck with the clothes you have creates a really nice looking video. The one thing that I'm going to critique, it's very minuscule, but if I'm going to point out right here, this kind of light switch or the cord and this pole here, just clean that up and just have it all wood in the background. It would add a little bit more of a cleaner look. Because this all is really nice. Like the deck and the cards and the clothing makes a really nice picture. The lighting's really good. But this little area being very critiquey, I would have just pushed that stuff over a little bit. So Ellis613 said, what if you rated them by move difficulty, production, and smoothness? So, like I said, I'm not a judge for the contest. I'm just hosting it. I don't want any favoritism or anything from me personally that could potentially happen, since I know so many people in the community, whether it's on purpose or not. I don't want any chance of that. So I'm getting 3 outside people to do the judging, and they're judging based off of move selection. So that includes difficulty and variety, move selection, move execution. So how smooth or how well planned out the move is, and then video production. So those are the 3 categories that they're judging off of: is move selection, move execution, and video production. If you guys want to, I don't think I have time to break it down and do that for every move, because I don't want to be up until 2 o'clock. So that's why I'm just kind of giving my pithy answers, my pithy thoughts on the moves and on everything, and giving some small critiques to hopefully give you something substantial to learn from, or not necessarily learn from, but just hear another person's honest opinion. Because I'm not gonna just say what you did was perfect. So once again, it comes down to a better camera, and I know that's not for everybody a possibility. Once again, thinking about what platform you're posting to. So on Instagram, if you're posting this vertical video, it's not going to look the best with those bars on the side. I would want that filled out if I was looking at this as a viewer. So making sure you're taking into account what you're posting to. It might have looked a little bit better if you expanded it to fit the whole screen and cut off maybe some of the top and bottom. When it comes to coloring, you have blue on blue. This is kind of a subjective thing. Some people like the monogamous kind of tone. Some people don't. They want their cards to stick out from their clothes. It's kind of a personal choice, and it's kind of very subjective. So I can't say it's good or bad. I'm just pointing that out. So just processing everything. So there's a good variety of moves. I can tell he definitely put some effort into this. Everything could be a tad bit smoother. That just goes in general with anything, really. Uncut is you could always be a little bit smoother. But overall, not bad at all. I would just say maybe try to make a square video to match with the Instagram format. Yeah. So that was Isaac Chavez ASMC. Thank you for your entry. I appreciate you taking your time. Pretty good stuff, man. Kendrick Denzel. I feel like that's a really good name. It makes me think of Kendrick Lamar and Denzel Washington. It just feels really like celebrity-like for some reason. Sam saying a better camera can definitely help. That's for sure. But even if you don't have a great camera, you can still make really good videos. Definitely don't let that discourage you. You have to become a little bit more creative with what you're doing. Rohit Witchcraft says, hi. What's up, my guy? I don't know. I don't think I've gotten to your entry yet. I don't think I have, but it's definitely, we'll get to it. Kendrick Denzel, we're coming up. Thanks for being here. So starting out, he's put a purple border. I like this a little bit better than what we've seen in the past, where the previous one we just had that had the black borders. This adds a little bit of creativity because it's almost like you're looking to a mirror, window or a mirror. It creates a little bit of more of an effect than just having the black bars on the side, which doesn't quite give the same feeling. He's also matched the border with the playing cards, which is a nice touch to create some nice color contrast there. I think this is very nitpicky. You could have maybe gone for like a black shirt or a white shirt, something that allows the cards to stick out more. Would have been nice with your purple deck. Really highlight the unique purple color of it with like a black shirt or a white shirt or a gray shirt. Once again, that's really nitpicky. I don't know what that deck is. Let me know what that deck is if you have the chance. I've never seen that deck before. The moves, that nice little curl out there, that's nice. Yeah, we got a nice variety of moves. So you did some displays, some packet cuts. There's some good variety here. The cards are definitely interesting. Like I said, it's nothing I've seen before, so that's interesting. Bicycle unicorn deck. Oh, I have seen the box for that. I just haven't seen the playing cards ever. Yeah. Everything's pretty smooth. I'm trying to think of like things to point out, and I'm coming up a little blank because I know you're here and I want to be as helpful as possible. So you have some nice variations on some moves, on some already well-established moves, which is nice. It creates, it's kind of surprising when you start to do like a spin dash and then you do add some variety to it. It's nice to kind of, you think you know where it's going and then it goes a different way. That's always nice. Everything was very smooth. Yeah, it's pretty good entry. I think you maybe could have added like fan or spring or something, add a little bit more variety. But overall, it's really good. Once again, I was trying to think of stuff to say, but that's what I got. So hopefully that's helpful, Kendrick. Thanks for entering. Is maybe two E's or one E? This bugs me. I always feel like it's two E's, but it always autocorrects to saying that's not the case. So Kendrick Denzel, that deck was the bicycle unicorn deck. If anybody's curious, he said, Kendrick, he said, thanks for the criticism, man. No problem. That's what I'm here for. I hope you gained something out of that. I appreciate you taking your time to do an entry. So this is the least I could do. It's one, and then he says it's one E, but I feel like it's two E's. Sam says, are you gonna go through? You gone through Fede's entry? So Fede, he's not going to be competing. I've talked with him. He's got to focus on school. I know he had a really excellent entry, and he would have been really good at this contest. He's just got to focus on school, unfortunately. He's a good pal of mine. Still keep in contact with him since the interview. So that's kind of the focus. He needs to focus on school, unfortunately. So he actually took down and archived the posts. He just kind of wanted to support. I think he always knew that he wasn't going to be able to enter the competition. He just wanted to support because he's a pal. Real pal. All right, next up we have Winslow Windowsill Cuts. So right away, he's in front of a window to create some good lighting. That first move's pretty nice. It's a little bit slow, so it depends on your preferences again. Whether you want really fast cardistry or if you want something smooth like wine, it's up to you. Whatever your preference is, it's just something to note. His is a little bit more slower toned. Not a bad thing, like I said. So he's using the entry and the outro. So entering and leaving. That's always a really good thing when you're posting to Instagram because they loop. So on Instagram, posts loop, so it'll start once it ends. So when he leaves and then comes back in, he leaves and comes back in again. You might get an extra view or two if you're going for a lot of views. That's something that like Andrew Shea uses a lot. I've used it in the past. Is you'll get bonus views if you have it kind of looped together to where the start of your video matches with the end of your video. So that's smart use of the platform you're on. Not much to complain about. Everything's kind of monotone. Once again, it's subjective whether you like monotone or not, but there's not anything like that's a major pop of color. Some nice 3 and 4 packet cuts. Moves. He hopes he qualifies. I hope everybody could qualify. That's not how it works, unfortunately. We got 3 moves: Fun Seizure, Napalm Clouds, and Guppy Fish. So of those, I think I like Fun Seizure the best. That's one thing to note too when you're doing a video. Try to make something memorable at the beginning to hook people, and something memorable and really good at the end, so that there's just areas at the beginning to hook people and at the end for something for them to remember, something that wowed them, so they'll come back to the video because they remember that ending part. Sam says he wishes the moves are closer to the camera. I definitely get that. You're in like a wide screen setting here. So you're not seeing the most of the cards. There's a lot of dead space on the edge. So that's definitely something, Sam. Thanks for pointing that out. Maybe getting a little bit closer on the cards so you can see more of what's happening. Yeah, if you guys have anything to point out too, feel free to message it and I'll pop it up here, because that's something I didn't think about that I've mentioned before. That's definitely applies. So good moves and lighting. What else to put? Maybe zoom in on the cards more so we can see the action. Overall, window sill cuts. Thank you for entering, taking your time. I'm going to take a swig of beverage right now because my mouth is dry. So next up we have Leilel, however you pronounce it. So what do we got? So his clothing is gray and black, which means the cards are going to stick out. So even though he has kind of like a blue kind of neutral tone deck, it still sticks out because he has very neutral toned clothing as well. I don't know what this deck is either. I'm not sure what this deck of cards is. It feels kind of classic in design. Yeah, everything's nice and performs smooth. Once again, it comes down. A critique I can make is like, it's obviously a poop deck, and a clean deck of cards would look a little bit better. That's being very picky once again. Obviously, poop decks can sometimes perform better. So, but if you want to look the best you can look is with a clean deck of cards in most people's opinions. The moves, that clothing there could have been a little cleaner, but overall it's pretty smooth. Not too much to complain about there. Some nice displays, nice variety and spinning of moves, and I like that little at the end there. Pow, like that. So, love the finger gun at the end. Nice moves, my guy. We got a lot happening in the chat, so I'm just going to highlight some of that real quick. Earlier, I talked about how he could have zoomed in on the camera. People talking about how you wanted that Adams zoom close. I have to buy just to post Aslan stuff. Dingle Dong, hello. Macintosh, hello. I'm late for the live because I fell asleep, but hi. What's going on, my guy? I don't know what your username is, so if you are participating, I don't know if I've been through you yet, but I don't know, because I don't think that username matches anything that we have here for usernames. Going off the trail. Next up, we have Megal Pine. So this is like Adam Sharp close, right? This is really close. Okay, pan back. We actually have went through your entry already. So if you want to, you can go back to see that or keep watching live. That's totally fine as well. And come back to it later. But we have gone over your entry already. I think it was pretty early on. Okay, focus on Megal Pine. So it is really nice and close, which I do enjoy. It creates a unique looking video when it's this close up. And definitely some unique moves going on here, some unique motions. He's specifically used 3 and 4 packet cuts, nothing really bigger, because if you were to go bigger, it wouldn't fit in the screen. So it's a smart use of the moves for the zoom that he has on this. Everything feels really detailed because it's so close. You know, you can really see every movement. It kind of becomes bigger. So he's using smaller moves, but he's doing it in a smaller frame, so it seems like it's more. Yeah, this is a pretty good entry, actually. I'm pretty impressed. The video production is very good on it, I think. It's nice shadow, nice black and white. It's a good entry. Megal Pine, well done. Love the camera angle and how close the video is. Nice use of smaller packet cuts in a smaller frame. So, pan back. Glad you were able to hear it. Hopefully you got something out of that. Sam says it's been 1 hour already. That's wild. We're not even halfway, so this is going to go over 2 hours probably. That's great. When will we get the results for this challenge? Hopefully Sunday night. Obviously, none of the judges have done their judging yet. I think most of them are going to probably do it tonight or tomorrow morning. Hopefully Sunday night, potentially Monday. But we're going to try to get it to you guys as early as we can. Bear with us. There's obviously a lot to go through. Yang is in the final. I'm not from the future, but I know already. There's a good chance Yang's really good and had some really good entries, obviously. Okay, so here we go. We got a borderless deck, a deck of cards I've never seen before. I do like the shirt. I feel like it's very vibrant. It goes with the vibrant cards. We got a nice fan there. So nice variety of moves. Very nitpicky at the end there. He goes to turn off the camera. I would have chopped that part out. Chop that half a second, those couple frames out, so it just looks like one take, and you don't have a camera there. So just cut out that small bit at the end. I think that would help a little bit with the overall video. We got a nice variety of classic moves here. Fangfan, always a classic. So it would have been nice to have some original moves in there. Obviously, the classics are really nice to look at, but add some of your own flair in there. Have some confidence in your moves. And at the end there, I would chop off that last couple of frames so that you don't see you reaching around for the camera. Yang, yeah, he's putting out some good stuff. Sam, see you in a minute. Those moves are hard. These are all real hard. You guys did a real good job. I was impressed. So next we have Puripat Zhang, or Yang. So he credits all over Sogard, so obviously there's some of his moves or inspiration in these decks. It definitely does feel like that. There's some packet motions there that feel like Oliver. He has a bracelet there that's a nice touch. Makes it a little bit more interesting to look at than just a regular hand. Dots are a nice deck of cards to use. Better camera would create some better quality video here. But once again, I fully aware that that's not accessible to everybody. Yeah, we got some good moves here. Definitely like feeling some Oliver and Braum kind of inspiration. And once again, maybe cut out turning off the camera a little bit. That's something I think you can avoid. Get some video editing software, just chop off that few seconds. If you're trying to get to the 30-second mark, I kind of understand, but maybe just do like a finger gun motion or like some thumbs up, something cool like that. So Rich says there is an Oliver move, by the way, so that's always good to know. What I really love about this competition is you can do, other people's moves, which is always a good thing. For beginners and for people learning, that's definitely helpful for them to create a good round that doesn't have to be all original moves. And Rich also says there's a 4 package transition to TaylorMade. I'm not super familiar with a lot of Oliver moves, but if you do, there's some knowledge for you. So pretty good entry, not much to complain about except for the video quality. All right, next up we have Sosfer. Sockfer. So Rich asks, is it okay if he puts his thoughts on people's entries too? Feel free to do that in the comments. Just keep it positive, and don't try to be too rude. So definitely point out some of the good things as well as the bad, and just make observations. So I think this is really hearing other people's opinions and being honest is very important. This is some good moves. I'm just not looking at it. I love the thermal deck from Missing, so it's a very good deck, in my opinion. Some unique moves. He has, it looks like a cameraman. It would have been nice to maybe have them move around a little bit more, get some more visual effects. This first move, though, that first move's good. Real good. Second move, where he keeps the card, that's nice too. So the first two moves, I think, were the ones that stand out to me more than this third move. Not that this third move is necessarily bad. I just think the first two are more notable. So I don't know if those are all unique or his personal moves, but I haven't seen them before, so it feels unique to me. It's really good entry. Camera could have been a little bit better camera, a little bit better lighting. But when you have the sauce, it doesn't matter necessarily as much. So if you have the moves, it's always going to be more impressive when somebody has really good moves and bad quality video than someone that has bad quality moves and good quality video, however you want to look at that. The content is what's always king. That's something universal in video. Content is always king. The other things, video quality, audio quality, that's all secondary to the content. A lot of people pointing out that second move, so a lot of people like that one saucer. That was a really, really solid entry. So Rich says he believes all of them are original. I think that's the case as well. Really good original moves, nice selection and variety. Maybe have the cameraman move around for some unique angles. Yeah, really good stuff, Saucer. Only 145 views. He just slayed it. Get that guy some more views. Fabian WTF. I'm fully aware not everybody has access to a good camera, but it is something you can use to make your video better so you have a better camera. So I'm going to point it out. I understand it's not accessible for everybody, but it is something to be of note. I like that display. I feel like the closer of it could be maybe a tiny bit cleaner, but it's a nice display. We got some fanage at the end, so that adds some variety to it. Nice two-handed combo there. Yeah, some nice variety on the combos, and then ending with this display move. I'm assuming this is a original. I like it. It feels kind of random and sporadic, and which I think is a good thing. And then you end with some fans there. Add some variety to it. So good variety of moves. You got fans, you have displays, you have some nice combos. So he says that move is an expansion of the worm. Always good to expand on the classics. Next up, we have Venja Kanuve. I tried. So once again, you have a border. I would always prefer to have that type of border as opposed to a black border. He added some purple tinting, it seems like. Pink, purplish tinting. Fingernails, that's something. He has a necklace there. Adding some style with what he's wearing. Filter, obviously adding some effect. So I'm just looking at the moves now. So a lot of common combo moves, but nothing is performed bad. Everything's pretty smooth and well performed. In my opinion, I like that. I like that backdrop there. Backdrop to re-trigger, backdrop 540 to Nemo. I like those endings there. So I like the endings more than the start. Obviously, there's a lot of moves from other people, so a lot of stuff that's been seen before, but everything's performed smoothly. I like the coloring. Pretty good entry. And I like the chain. I like the fingernails, adding some variety in how you personally look. And the Ace Fulton's nice, unique deck as well. Jeff Alad. So moves Spunny, Akreen, some kind of Ace production, and Galactic Glide. I think those are probably mostly unique moves, original moves. Ace production I've seen before, I think. But we have red deck, blue background with himself, so the cards stick out a little bit more. There's some zooming, some light zooming going on here, I see. So he's definitely put some effort into the edit. First move, Spunny. I like that. There's a lot of movement going on. Okay, there's Spunny and Akreen, and then there's some kind of Ace production. Ace production is good, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it a few times. But some nice originals, I think there. I think they're originals. Let me know if I'm wrong. So good entry. That first move to the second move there could have been a little bit smoother of a transition. Akreen, I think, is my favorite move. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite move you did. Akreen, I think, was the best move, in my opinion. So good job. Looks like he's from India. I appreciate the national support here. Being out of the United States, there's been a lot of different nations. So really cool to see. All right. It looks like we're 29. Oh gosh. 29 videos into it. I think when I started this, there's 53 or 54 entries. So we're cruising along. I'm already starting to feel the effects on my voice. Notice the beverage. Guava mango. Delicious. If you have Aldi's, get guava mango juice. So 4 Sith cards. So unique deck of cards. The flashing is kind of distracting in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of the flashing lights personally. Nice little 4 packet display. There's some good moves. Some nice combos going on. Once again, I'm not a huge fan of the flashing lights. I think that 4-pack display is nice and unique. I think that's a very good move to have. Yeah. Overall, everything's performed really good. It's just that flashing lights are very distracting to me personally. Might not be like that for everybody, but for me, it's very distracting. Yeah. Good entry. Love the like the 4-pack display. So we got some people talking in the chat. So yeah, there's over 50 people joined, which I was ecstatic about. I was really nervous, not knew if we were going to have enough people. You can scroll back if you're watching this live. You can scroll back and then come back to live. You can go back to any previous point in the video that's been recorded already. So that's always a good thing. And the plan is this is my first time using YouTube Live, but I want to keep this up so people can view it later if they want. So I'm going to try to keep that live, but and on my channel. I'm just not exactly sure how to do that. I think it automatically saves it. We'll find out, but the plan is to keep it up. Yeah, if yours was a reel, it's going to be all the way at the end because I copied over the reels to the spreadsheet at the very end. So you might have a while. What's good, Simey? All right. Did we do literal cards already? I'm not sure. Okay, that's the one we just did. So now we have Andy Shuffles. I like the deck. Pause for the display. If you have display, sometimes it's good to pause, let people see the display before you close it. That bit there could have been cleaner. That is a nice, that bit at the end there is really nice though. But right before that really nice display at the end there, that nice flourish, a little choppy. So he does pause for that display. I don't know that the display is impressive enough to pause for when it's only like 3 packets. So it's very interesting. There's some really good stuff in here, and then there's like sloppy bits like that. But then he follows it up with this really nice combo there. So some aspects could definitely be cleaned. Lighting's a little bright, and a better camera would obviously create a little bit better video quality. But the moves, some of them are super clean, some of them are choppy. It's kind of like a mix-all. So it's not bad. There's definitely been effort put in, and I appreciate that. But things could be a little bit choppy. Cedric. Let's pause real quick. Cedric's here, the legend. This is the best card designer in the game. He's an up-and-comer. You guys don't know about him yet. All right? You're going to know about him. Cedric, super good to see you. I haven't talked with you in a while. Next up, we have Duckluff. So I think I used a filter. He has a very yellowish tint to it, which I personally like. Some really good moves. Some nice 4-packet movements. I like that transfer to the palm. It feels unique. Yeah, look good, feel good. It definitely looked good. It felt good. I don't know if it's a top 12, but it's definitely like in the top half of entries. We'll have to see what the judges think. Overall, everything's really, there's not too much to complain about in my opinion. Nothing like mind-blowing, but nothing particularly bad, I think. Yeah. So Sam says that the filter fits the deck in the warm vibe of the vid. And I agree. I think it creates a nice warm vibe. It feels very comforting with the warm colors. It's kind of like something you would like. I'm not listening to this, but I feel like this is something you would accompany to like some lo-fi, some comfy music. Nice. Nice. So next up we have Alquinta 75. Get that cursor out of the way. So Alquinta 75. I talked with you a little bit on Messenger, I know. So I'm really happy that you took the time to enter. I like the ending there with the card flopping out. That's fun. First move, pretty smooth. Nice little combo. ATM, Lego Love. I like that move. It's very simple, but it's very clean. A lot of cascade, or I don't know what it's called, dribbles. A lot of dribbles. I would maybe cut out 1 or 2 of those. It is okay to have like some filler moves, some fans, some springs, but I don't think you want necessarily 2 of them in a video. Lighting's pretty good. Camera angle could be maybe a little bit better. Obviously, it's another crotch shot video, which is really common. But lighting's good for sure. So overall, pretty good. I like the second move, I think, the best. I don't know if that's personal, but original or not. All right. Next up, we have Oli Tenshio 2. Using spuds. We got a cameraman. That's always good. Let me get the video more so in the center there. Ooh, we have some blowage there. That did not come out great on my part. Bad wording. Nice spin. Oh, yes. Give me more of that. That was a really satisfying backdrop as well. Nice little display to start out with. Splitting the deck there. To a spin with the air from the mouth. That's good. Camera movement's good. I think. Okay, now I get to the nitty gritties. So I really like that spin. And then it does it again. Nice. This backdrop, very satisfying. The backdrop's like perfect. that first display, really nice. Things you could improve upon. I'm not a huge fan of the light shade effect from outside. I think the cards really match with your shorts and such, so everything feels very green. So once again, that's kind of a personal thing. I like the cards to pop out more, but some people like it monotone. I love that backdrop, man. And this first display is very nice. I like that. I like displays if it's not obvious. Macintosh says, cool spin. I agree. So, good job, man. Overall, really good entry. Next up, we have Iron Man 7, a big name. Here we go. So, first off, to start out with, I love the kind of video recording aesthetic he went for with the timer in the corner and kind of like an old VHS tape recorder type of deal. I like that. Lighting is nice. Camera quality is good. He's wearing all black, so the deck of cards does stick out, the teal deck of Jerry's Nuggets. Got some L-cuts. He's gone over the 30-second mark, so he's just flexing at this moment. And then a nice zoom to end there. So one thing, he went extra time, so that can always be good. It shows confidence that you can go over the time limit. All his moves were smooth. Lighting was good. Filter was good with the VHS recording aesthetic. Move selection, everything's pretty well performed. Not much to complain about on this one. I know he's kind of like a controversial person to some people, but this is a pretty solid video. So I just typed in nice lighting and video. Love the VHS recording type of filter and quality of move performance. Performance. So make some crazy combo tutorials, please, says Rohit. Has he been making tutorials? I don't know. I'm not subscribed. I don't know if he's been out of the game or not. So we're going in with the Slicers, red deck with the red hoodie. Once again, comes down to personal preference, whether you like monotone style versus complementary. A lot of spinning going on. Thanks, R1. So I like that he used some effort in the title and the ending there. Yeah, not much to complain about. The camera's wobbling a little bit, it seems like, so maybe getting a little bit sturdier of a tripod setup. The lighting is very close, so you see a lot of the shadows. I would maybe put the lighting back a little bit, unless that's the effect you're going for. I mean, it's up to you. I think most people don't like the harsh shadows, but it's, once again, everything's personal preference. Nothing absolutely terrible. maybe just scoot the light back a little bit. Cedric said a lot of good videos. I agree. I've been very impressed by the quality of videos. We've had over 50 entries, and a lot of them are people I honestly haven't heard of, but they did an excellent job. People really have put in a lot of effort into these entries, so I'm really appreciative of that. You guys have been doing very well, in my opinion. Oh, we're going off the track. So we are at Ig Vastav. So Igor, he says, my entry for Cardistry Challenge by Cardistry Talk. So he has a green light from the side. So it's creating accent tones on his hands and such, which is nice. Andrew Shea uses that a lot. Sean O uses that a lot. He'll use colored LED lights to accentuate either the deck or whatnot. Got some carrots. So performance is pretty good. Nice little flow. Nice move selection. So it's a good combo and Krut-Vert combo, he says. The quality of the moves is very good. Everything's pretty smooth. Like, that's a little sloppy, but it feels almost intentional to have those. It feels like James Chesmore type of vibes where it's like sloppy, but there's style to the sloppiness. He says that getting really nitty gritty. I love that you use the LED light, the green lighting there, but I'm not sure that green was the best color to go with when you have a purple shirt and a black and orange cards. There's a lot of different colors going on. So the video looks good. I like that you used the lights, but maybe a different color of the light would have been a little bit better if I'm being specific and like nitpicky. Overall, pretty good. Sam says the pace is kind of slow. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing. Kind of personal preference. Some people like really slow moves because you can see every detail of what's happening. Some people like really fast moves because it just looks impressive. Kind of all personal preference. I like it personally, but I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of just brain farted. Igor, good job. I give this rank pretty good. Wolf Cardistry and Magic. Here's my submission. So Super has IQ. Yeah. I don't know how to do that is the thing. Oh, there it goes. I know how to do it now. I will do that from now on. So first things first, he's going for the Jack Liu kind of style where it's just the hands and the cards showing up. You got cards flying off at the end there. So video quality could have been a little bit better. The lighting's pretty harsh. I know what the aesthetic you're going for, but it's all kind of like very bright on the parts and very dark on other parts. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to get out there. But everything feels a little bit sloppy in all honesty. I'm not trying to be mean. Got an ace production. I like the ace production. That's kind of like out of nowhere. So I appreciate you putting in the time. I know it's hard with time constraints. I'm pretty sure I've talked with this guy and he said he was very tight on time. So I understand that. I would just say overall, main takeaways, a little bit smoother. If you're going for a certain video effect and it's not working, just don't try to go for that video effect. Not video effect, but like video in general. So good job pushing yourself to your limits. Thank you for entering. I'm trying to think what to say. Thanks for entering. And trying to make the most with your limited time. All right. So we're getting closer and closer to the end. We can actually see the end now. We have, first up, King of Decks. Millionth try, and it's not perfect. I don't know if I can hide the banner. I'm sure I can, but I'm not exactly sure how to. So this is an example where like everything he does is smooth, but there's a lot of different tempo. So nothing's like super out of place, but it's kind of choppy because it's going at different speeds, if that makes any sense. Like that kind of square display to triangle or 3 packet display, sorry. Some variation on some classic moves. Yeah, a lot of classic moves. Nice variety, some L cuts. Good variety. Lighting is a little bit close. So it looks like you probably filmed at night. I would maybe try to film at the day if you don't have access to good lighting. Like the deck. Deck looks great. Good job. King of Decks. Good job. That is a heck of a name. All right, next up we have Andre143. I think he might have been in the chat. So if you're here, Andre, you're up. Starting off with some fan flips, killing it. Ooh, that's nice. Retrigger. So once again, love the use of a border on the outside. Oh, sorry, I just bumped the microphone. Love the border on the outside. Starting off with a fan flip to kind of do an impressive move to start out with. Nice. The combos are all pretty clean. Love that re-trigger there. Cards look great. Love circular designs. He's wearing an Ace of Spades shirt, so he has some nice selection of cards and clothing apparel. He's wearing a watch. He looks very nice. Only things, few criticisms. One, once again at the end, few frames turning off the camera. Try to cut those out. But overall, really good entry. The cards are great, performance is good, and the border is a nice effect. So lot good going on. Try to cut out those last couple frames turning off the camera. And it's just so slight. Like you don't even see his arm. It's just this is enough motion to where I know always turning off the camera. So that's very nitpicky. But it is worth note. Awesome entry. Love the deck and moves. Order is a nice touch. Andres, really good job. Next up, we have Gus Black, it looks like. Some people really liked the one just recently from Andres. Cedric and Dingo Dong liked it. Let me get this in frame here. Bear with me with this kind of live video, getting everything in frame stuff. This is my first time doing one of these, so still learning. Let me hide this comment. I know that's something I should be doing. Yeah, the lighting is a little rough. It's very grainy looking video. The moves on display are pretty smooth and pretty good though. Yeah. So I would maybe look on a little bit more on video production, trying to get better lighting or a better camera. I know that's not easy for everybody, but it would definitely add a lot because you have good moves. And I think they would just be shown better if you had better equipment to do so. But overall, content is always king. So having good moves is more important than having good video and good audio always. So good job with that entry. Some nice smooth moves there. Nice and buttery smooth. Its moves and performance. Next up, we have Echo EB. I legit wasted an hour trying to film this short little clip. Echo, thank you for putting in your effort to better yourself and do something smooth in one take. Way to push yourself to the limit. The camera is very good on this video, so the framing's great. You have those lights in the background. It's very visually pleasing. I like the astronaut sitting on the moon there. It feels very well, warm and shot well. Now I'm going to start looking at the moves. Nice variety of moves, a lot of spins going on. Backdrop, nice. Yeah. Moves overall, I like them. Nothing's like blowing me away, but nothing feels bad. And then once again, just coming back to, it's very well framed. It just looks nice to look at. And then the moves are good, so it adds to it. So pretty smooth. Definitely some parts that could be cleaned up. Like right around here, I think, right there. That you probably could have skipped out on that move right there, that little adjustment. But yeah, he looks good. He looks well presented. He has a watch on, nice graphic tee, lights in the background. So he's presented really nice. And then there's this kind of reflection at the bottom here. I'm pointing at it with my mouse. This is kind of visually pleasing as well. This kind of reflective surface here. I'm just now picking up on that. So, yeah. Great framing and lighting. Echo, good job. Appreciate you, my man. Bart Bisk. So, Lego Love. I love the Flux deck just in general. He's got a plant in the background. That's some nice background imagery. You got a plant. It adds something instead of just having floor. And then he just touched it. So, okay, here's something really interesting. This just has to do with video and movie making in general. If you have something you can touch and you touch it, it adds some sense of reality to the thing. So him touching that plant and having it moves makes it feel more realistic. If you did that like in a video game, you brush against a plant. If it doesn't move, it doesn't feel like real life because you're expecting it to move. So this like just shows you that it's real life, which is a good thing. The use of touch is very important in videos, especially movies. Like Call Me by Your Name uses this sense of touch. The actors interact with the world a lot, and it creates a sense of reality. So that very light touching is nice. I just went on a very big tangent for a very small thing. But lighting is good. Moves are good. It's a very good entry. I love this little move here. Love that. Macintosh says, good entry. I agree. I like that one. Next up, we have Lucas Slights. Lucas Slights. Okay, let's see. Very fast. A lot of spins. A lot of deck flips. Fangfan. Like the use of like hands and like celebrating a good take. It's always fun to see people excited for what they've done, or adding a little bit of personality at the end or beginning is always nice. Getting very nitpicky. Lighting is very close. If you can get the lighting a little bit further back so you don't have as much harsh shadows. And then cleaning up the bookshelf in the background there with the DVDs and VHS stuff here. Having that just a little bit cleaner, and then the bed here, all that stuff just a little bit cleaner would make a little bit better framing. Cards I like the graphic tee, a lot of flips. So there's a Darren Brown book back there, so that's probably what that thing at the bottom is. Don't know who Darren Brown is, but let me know if that's a good book. So overall, nice spins and flips. Maybe I'll just put nice spin and flips. We'll keep it positive. Yeah, bad angle on the first part. When it comes to angling, it's very hard, especially with uncut stuff, and you just have a tripod. So just try the best with what you have and try to get everything in frame and looking good. Lucas Slights, thanks for your entry. Next up, we have Harris Zainurin. Using the BCA greens. Love the color of green on this deck. Some moves here. Obviously got some moves here. Some finger swirls. Backdrop. A lot of backdrops. So at the end there, he puts the deck towards the camera like this. It would have been cool if he opened with the deck on the camera and coming outwards so that it kind of loops, get yourself more views and create it like shows you put effort into a video. That would have been a nice effect you could have done. Moves. Nothing's like offensive, but it definitely could be cleaner. Yeah. Not bad. I feel like you could have a little bit more interesting background than the cement walls. Moves. There's a nice variety of moves. I don't know if this is like really nitpicky, but I feel like when you can see people's face when they're doing cardistry, it's something about it's off-putting. I'm not sure why. But overall, not bad. Nice selection of moves. Good work. All right, we are getting up there. Fede, unfortunately, Fede had to delist his post because he's not going to be able to compete. But Fede had a really great entry, and I would be remiss not to acknowledge that. Him and Yang really helped get the word out about this. So I'm really appreciative to you guys. Odyssey Slights, this is someone I've interacted with in person, so good to see. Well, over webcam, but get this in frame a little bit better for you guys. So everything's very blue, very dark. It's kind of hard to see the cards in some aspects. It creates its own kind of style. If that's the style you're going for, you did hit it. But it's just something to mention that's different. Everything's a little bit dark. Like that move there. So good selection starting out with L cuts here. L cuts are pretty smooth that he just did. ATM. Nothing mind-blowing, but a good selection of moves. Peep the black tains. So yeah, black tains, black background, kind of royalish blue shirt. Everything's a little dark. Like I said, I don't know if that's on purpose or not. Everything's smooth. Everything's pretty smooth and well done though. But there's nothing like super mind-blowing or attention-getting. But overall, solid entry for sure. So Odyssey, thanks for your entry. Appreciate you, my man. All right, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. That is wild. Thank you guys. If anybody's been here since the beginning, cheers, mate. Sorry you've had to hear me for so long. Let me know who's been here since the beginning. That'd be wild if there's any of you. Next up, we have Duo JD. This is a woman who also does piano and has a twin and such. Pretty interesting. I was looking at the profile earlier. So first thing, you got a vertical video with a wide vertical video with a horizontal. I'm trying to get words across, and I've talked for so long and my brain hurts. What she recorded is horizontal, but she posted in vertical. I think I'm assuming she posted this as a reel. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But it's I don't like the bars at the top and the bottom. Getting into the actual cardistry itself, everything's pretty well lit and everything looks pretty nice. You got some nice yellows and blue tints to it. So the framing's nice. It feels pretty warm. She's using some zoom. Definitely some good use of actually video editing and putting some effort into the post. Putting the deck down, picking it up. Is that how it opens? That's nice. So she puts the deck down and then she picks it up. It loops back to the start. That's very good use of looping on Instagram. It loops really good, Cedric. So Cedric just said it loops. It loops, my guy. It loops really good. Like it's pretty sick. And then you can see it when you know it's going to happen, but if you're not looking for it, it's pretty nice cut. Nice little loop. Performance, everything's pretty good. That little drop there is nice. So some nice displays going on. Everything's clean. Everything's smooth. It's a pretty solid entry. The video is really 3 minutes, says Cedric. It's just, she does the same thing over and over again. Nah, it just loops, obviously. That's a really solid entry. I don't know if you did this bar stuff on purpose, if there's a reason, if you're doing like reels or something, but it could have been a 10 out of 10, and now it's not. Good entry though. Thanks for your time. I know you were posted towards the end, so you didn't have a ton of time, I don't think. Excellent loop. Fooled me for sure. Now I'm pretty sure these are twins, so actually it's just, it loops. It's not a loop, it's just the other twin tags in. That's what I'm going with. I'm not sure if they're actual twins or if they're just sisters. I can't remember. I was looking at it earlier. Thank you for your entry, Duo JD. Next up, we have Deepan Janmudi. Sorry if I just butchered that. If you're still in the chat, let me know what your thoughts are on everything. If you want to hear anything specific. So once again, bars at the top and bottom. Not a huge fan when it's just black. I know this was a reel, I'm pretty sure. So when it comes to reels, and this is something I was doing when I was posting my moves to promote the tournament, I usually try to have the bulk of what's happening in the middle, in the square there in the middle. But I also want to be taking into account these black bars. I don't want those there. So I'm intentionally putting most of the action in the middle and then having that extra space. So when you post it as a reel, it looks good. And when you post it as a post on Instagram, it also looks good. That's something I was trying to do. Obviously, he did some color grading there, making light of the red on his shirt. Everything else dark, black and white. It's an interesting aesthetic. So just looking at the moves and performance now. First move's pretty clean. It's very slow paced. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I just want to mention that. Moves are a little bit slower paced, which can be a good thing if you're doing an uncut challenge. All the moves are performed well. There's nothing like mind bending, but everything's performed well for sure. Yeah, not much to say. Pretty solid entry. Not amazing, not bad. So, Dwarzi Magician, hello. Thanks for stopping by at the end of the stream here. Happy to have you here. Rich3006, if you're in the chat still, let me know if you want me to go into more detail on anything. So starting out with that's a really nice move to start off with. PTL from Aslan, I believe. Vegan Donut is the next move. All moves by Aslan. Yeah, he says there in the side there. So 2 moves, some difficult moves from Aslan, but some of his best. Vegan Donut being a really recent one from him. Like the black and white aesthetic. The framing's good. So this is a reel, I'm pretty sure, as well. So I think you could have posted it as a post if you had the center action a tad bit higher. I think it would look a bit better as the square post if you made it as a square post as well. So purposely did Aslan's moves. Aslan's obviously a great creator, so really nice. Aslan's a good guy. Okay, Rich is here. I'll try to go a little bit more in depth. So black and white filter is nice. The framing's nice. The deck of cards, love me some smoke and mirrors. That ending for Vegan Donut could have been a little cleaner. I know that's a hard move. So closer to Vegan Donut could have been a little cleaner, as well as faster than light, it looks like. So you have very good opening and middle parts, but I think the closings could be a little bit better. Overall, really solid entry. Some really difficult moves there. Rich, I hope you good luck. It's a really good entry. Yeah. He says he had to reshoot because he was going from city to city. Yeah. I appreciate you taking your time to do this, though, and trying to make the most of the limited time you have. Across the board, I'll say that for most people. I had a lot of people message me saying they wish they had more time. All right, next up we have Frick Cardistry. Once again, if you're in the chat still, let me know. So this is, we're in the reels territory now. Bunch of reels. Spin Doctor, pretty common used one. Becky, it's a nice deck of cards. Not a lot of people use it, so it's nice variety there for Becky. I believe that's what that card's called. Let me know if I'm wrong. Yeah. Not much to complain about. Lighting is very warm. I think could have been a little bit smoother. Some of these packets could have been more accentuated, if that makes sense. Not bad at all, though. Good job for Cardistry. All right, we got Yang. Let's talk about this. It's gonna be, I mean, this is like an uncut god. Let's be honest. Like, he has some of the best uncut videos. Just with Cardistry Touch, Downtown Vibes is a great video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. So I'm really excited to see what he can create. And I'm really excited for people to challenge him, because I think there are some people that can challenge him here. Let's check it out. So first off, everything really smooth. He's using Flux, really awesome deck of cards, black as his shirt. So he has a colorway he's going for. Nice lighting. Sybil. He's doing even like classic beginner moves, but doing them in a way that it's impressive, and fades to black there at the end. Really good entry. I would be surprised if he doesn't get into the top 12, to be honest. Really excited to see what he can do. He's already done really great stuff in the past. Next up, we have Dylan D.O. Move List, Bear Bomb, Matrix, and Mitis. Golden Eagle Snatcher Kids Variation. So I like the Golden Snatcher variation. We got some color change here at the end. Zooming in, zooming out. So he's obviously put some effort into the video editing aspect of it. First move could be a tiny bit smoother at the opening. Second move, very difficult. Well done to get through that second move. Yeah, really good combo. If I'm getting super nitty gritty, this little bit on the chair in between the legs here, I just wish it was like a solid color. Would make it look a little bit cleaner. And then that first move could be a little bit smoother. Golden Snatcher Kids variation I like. Overall, pretty good. This only has 19 likes. Let me toss a like that way. If you guys go throw this guy a like, he deserves more than 20 likes. Just saying that I like the Golden Snatcher variation and that he did a good job. Appreciate him taking the time to do this. Next up, we have Daniel Huckins, 52. Let's check this guy out. So we got some visual effects off the gate. Oh, okay. We going with some green screen effects. Yes, I love the green screen effects. So as the cards are by at the trial zone, I'll have to check out this deck of cards later. Is it specifically made for green screening? Because that's what it looks like. So the use of visual effects for the green screen is very cool. Moves. Let me look at the moves now. Kind of got distracted by the green screen effect. Okay, moves. Looking at the moves now. Hot Shot could be a little cleaner. There's a little bit of extra packets, but not packets, extra cards, but it's fine. That display there, that quick 4 display, I like that. Got a little worm type of spin dash action, kind of remixing the two classics. Really good entry, smooth moves. Nice variety of moves. And then, like I said, the green screen effect's pretty sweet. Obviously showing he's putting some effort into on the back end of the post of editing. Pretty solid entry. This one is pretty good. Daniel Huckins, good job. We'll have to see what the judges think, but I think you could maybe do a little bit more. I'm trying to think of the right wording. Show off a move that's a little bit more difficult. Not saying that these moves aren't difficult, but showing off something like really hard. So you could do that at the beginning. That's another tip for you guys. If you do a really hard move at the beginning, you get it out of the way, and it's still super impressive. So get through the really hard move, and then you can get to some of the stuff that's a little bit easier for you. So solid use of green screening, good chroma. And I'll have to look up this deck later. Let me know if you guys have any of you bought this deck, what you think. So that's it. That is all of the entries, all 54 of them. So if you guys were here for the whole time, first off, thank you for your time and listening to me speak for way too long, giving my crappy opinion on stuff. But thank you guys, any of you that entered. You guys did amazing. Thank you for pushing yourself to your limit and trying new things and trying to become better at this thing that we all enjoy. The results will hopefully be posted in tomorrow, Sunday night. It may get pushed to Monday or Tuesday, but we're going to try to get it out to you as quick as we can. The judges are very busy, so we're going to try to get it out to you guys, but we'll see. Thank you, everybody that's been here. Macintosh, you've been here for a long time. I appreciate you. Rich, thank you. All of you guys that have been messaging me, asking questions and stuff, thank you for trying to get clarity and taking your time out. Cedric, if you're still here, you my dude. It's really good to see a lot of these usernames and kind of slightly chat with you guys. Let me know if you guys like these live videos or what you think I could do better next time. This is my first YouTube live video, so definitely interested to see your guys' kind of opinions. Moving the camera here a little bit on that. Yeah, so crappy opinion. No problem. I'm just kind of making a light joke. Thank you guys for taking my opinion to heart. Hopefully you guys can create some better stuff. That's not a diss on the quality of the stuff you guys. I'm just always trying to do better. Judges will have a headache choosing the top 12. I agree. I'm going to feel real bad. I feel like there's probably going to be like 10 to 15 entries that could have easily gotten in potentially because there's so much good stuff here. Thank you guys. I'll try to do these reaction videos maybe every entry. 2 weeks from now, we'll have round 1 going up for all the marbles. I'm just going to end it here. Thank you guys for your time. I appreciate you all hanging out. And this was fun. Peace, guys.